You're on mute.
Unmute.
There you
How you
go.
doing, man?
Woo! You sent me so many pictures. It took a little while.
I
I mean,
did. And I
I was
sent you so many texts when I knew your family was in town too. Like, not just
that was
any
actually a
family
nice
reunion. Like, that was like crazy.
that was a nice interruption, actually.
Yeah. We can
Absolute
say that for later. Yeah. Because we're about to have
absolute chaos. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll talk about that. In fact, I
a
need to
lot to.
rearrange. I'm going to rearrange some of the slides
All
on the
right.
fly.
So, the
Uh,
slides you have, are they for our catch up or for Steve or?
yeah, they're. I mean, I've got both. I just had to
Of
move.
course you do.
I moved our ketchup out of the way so that we can you know do that later. Yeah, because and I mean people hopefully will figure this out, but we're gonna record this session first and then go back and do our season opener.
Oh, a little inside baseball there.
Yeah,
A
just
little
a
inside scoop. Yeah.
little information maybe. And I mean, who really cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No. As long as we get it
Oh,
done, as long as we bring it to the people.
yeah. I'm wearing a new shirt tonight. This is the anatomy of a bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
Is that for people with a lathe or people that only can
yeah.
imagine?
And I was just texting our buddy Frank today.
Yeah.
I hadn't texted him in a while. He reached out of the blue on all today of all days. Um, and we were talking about different finishes for bowls because that's what we do.
I gotta tell you, man, one of the gifts that I gave Claire and Connor for their new house, which coincided with their wedding, was they basically they have a two-story house, like a townhouse, but their basement is it's where they do their laundry, but they threw everything down there, and I'm like, you're missing out on a place that could really improve your lifestyle here. So in our house, I built shelves in our garage and in the basement. I did the
Yeah,
same for her, and it took like 3 days. And when she pulled out the bowl that you made for her wedding, she's like, "This
nice.
is so cool." I'm like, "You have no idea how cool it is." There's a story behind that between my friend Tom and Tracy, and they're gifted people that, yeah, that is a great gift. So one of these nights, we're going to go to their house and they're going to make salad in that bowl. And it's going to be like, who
Oh,
else
that's
has a bowl
awesome.
like this?
Yeah, their bowl was pretty. I mean, similar to this one, right? It was made from the same
Yeah,
tree, beech. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool wood.
it was.
I think I'm gonna end up making about 15 or 16 from that
Uh,
tree.
yeah, they're going to have to wash their bowl too because they put it on a helmet like I was R2D2. And so they'll have to
You know,
like,
salad,
with,
costume, whatever you need.
no, that is beautiful. It's like, so I explained to her the time that you put in it. Like, it was awesome.
Well, I'm very excited. I have my Christmas ornaments out to your sister. So she has them in her possession to do her magic. I can't wait. I love that collaboration with her, and I also sent her a bunch of bowls unfinished. She's already sold a bunch of them.
Wow.
So she paints them and sells them on her Etsy. It's there's just so cool. It's really what she
Yeah,
does.
you guys are, that's a great connection.
It is a good connection. I cannot wait to hand out these ornaments to all my neighbors this year. So fun. So fun.
So,
So
all right.
we're gonna catch up in depth. Do you want to introduce our guest and then we'll let him in here?
Is he here?
He's on, yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Let him in. Steve Nelson. Yeah, I'll wait till he comes on.
All right, we'll grill him in person. All right, here we go.
All right. I will.
Now we're gonna unclick the mute button and click the camera button.
I cannot wait for you guys to meet.
Hey,
Hey, there he is.
1 second. Let me see if I can get the audio to work.
All right.
Everything
Steve
looks good
Nelson.
from our side here.
Steve Nelson, who's at Wheaton. I thought he was in Florida.
You thought he was in Florida.
I did. I know he goes to Florida. I have evidence of that. Like
Can't hear you just
videos,
yet, man.
All right. There we go.
All right. If you ever wanted to say something behind his back, this is it. This is your chance.
So he's probably wrestling with audio.
Question for you, Don, too. Your audio is fuzzy like it was the one time, and your video is
Okay.
jumpy.
I could jump back in.
All right.
Let me do that.
Seems
I'll
like
go on.
an opportune time.
All right.
Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Oh, I think Steve's going to go on his phone for audio.
Oh, 5. You have not entered any numbers. Please re-enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you.
I can't, for some reason, I can't pick you guys up.
Is it the speakers on your PC?
I got it. All right, guys, I'm here.
Well, Don's audio was a little sketchy too, so he's dropping and rejoining, hopefully. But if you ever wanted to talk about him behind his back, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, I really don't have much bad to say about Don. I haven't seen him for 100 years, so I don't know what
That's the problem with him. There's nothing bad to say about
I
him.
know he's just too good.
About him. Hate that. So
And now I haven't met you, correct?
I don't believe we've ever met. No.
No. And you're a camp guy.
I worked at camp for 3 summers.
Okay.
Roomed with Don. Worked on boat crew.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was instrumental part of my life. How about you?
Yeah, I worked, I think 4 summers,
Okay.
and I did all kinds of things. I was I drove the bus.
Okay.
I drove the garbage truck. I was a boat boy.
Oh, you
I
worked boat
drove.
crew.
I'm sorry.
Nice. You worked boat crew. Nice.
Yeah, I went and I worked with Carolyn for like the first week in Woodlands.
Okay.
And then she said after a week, she said, "Steve, you're really not made for this. You need to go somewhere else."
That's
So
amazing.
so she sent me down to the boats. So I was a boat boy, and that was perfect.
Yeah, there's nothing better in my mind.
Yeah.
Where are we talking to you from today?
I'm in Wheaton.
Wheaton near the college?
I can see the college from my office.
Okay.
Uh,
Is
how about
that
you? Where are you at?
I'm in Virginia.
Oh, okay. And
Like
you a long time Virginian?
No, only been here about a year and a half. Grew up in Syracuse. Um, Met my wife during college. She was from Pennsylvania, so we lived there 20 years. Lived in Colorado for 10 years,
Oh, wow.
Maryland for 5, and now we're here in Virginia.
Where in Maryland? Or, I'm sorry, where in Colorado?
South of Denver, Highlands Ranch.
Okay. My niece for years lived in Castle Rock, Pines.
Castle Rock is adjacent to Highlands Ranch.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
there for years, and then they just moved into the city just this year.
Into Denver?
Yeah, I've been there yeah. So I've
Okay.
been out there many, many times. And what have you been doing all these these different locations?
Well, so interesting family story, but really good friends of ours in 2009, he came to me and he said, "Hey, I've got an opportunity to work with a group called the Navigators, and they've given me a choice of several metropolitan areas to move to." And he started listing them like Detroit, Miami, Chicago, major metropolitan areas. And I remember sitting on my deck while he told me this, and I said in my heart, if he says Denver, I'm going. I'm going with him.
Okay.
And he said, but we've really settled on Denver. I'm like, a month later, we're selling our house and just off on this grand adventure, and got a great job out there. And it's 10 years out there was fantastic.
Okay, cool.
Just so cool. Yeah.
And then you moved to Virginia?
Well, so I work for a company that only operates in 7 states and DC. So my wife's family is from Pennsylvania. All of our kids got to the age where they were getting married, and they told us, we're not going to live in Denver. It's too expensive out here. So, I mean, we were disappointed, of course, because we loved Colorado, but said, fine, we'll move back east to be near Lori's family. We moved, all of them moved with us. So for a while, everybody was in Maryland.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Now they're spreading out again.
Yeah. What
How about you? What is
I grew
Wheaton
up
home?
I grew up in New Jersey, and
Okay.
that was my connection with New York and Camp of the Woods. Went to Taylor for college,
Okay.
and then got a job here, and I've been here ever since.
In Wheaton at the college, or just in Wheaton?
No, I work at an investment services company here in Wheaton.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I bet it's something like FT Portfolios.
that's it, man. That's my
Your email address. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been here for about almost 30 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm trying to figure out what's next.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. What are you doing in Virginia?
What do I do for Kaiser, or what do I do for fun?
First work and then go to the fun thing.
I work for Kaiser Permanente. They're a huge health provider insurance company.
Okay.
I'm on the insurance side, and I work on major IT programs. So we're currently, I think, in year 7 or 8 of a $1 billion program that we've been working on. So it's grueling IT work, big project. But for fun, I like to go to Colorado to ski
Go back.
and go backpacking, lots of outdoor stuff. So
Yeah, my niece had a place up at Keystone, so we would go up there all the time.
I just got my Epic Pass for this year, so
Oh, nice.
I'll be
Yeah,
going out.
You're a true believer.
It's
Cool.
expensive.
And how did you and Don get this dream off the ground for talking to people?
Well, he wrote his book, and as part of writing his book, we started connecting quite a bit more. And Don's book prompted me to just kind of put some of my thoughts down, and we ended up talking a lot more than we usually do. And we're like, you know what? These conversations are really good. They're hilarious. We should invite other people into it.
Yeah, it's a
and
great
share
idea.
it.
It's an
And
awesome
so
idea.
that's what we've been doing. And I mean, it has been funny, some of it, but a lot of it is just the shared experiences of everybody from camp and the common experience we've all had is really a bond that I've not seen in many other shared experiences, and it has been so amazing to talk to so many people. Many I didn't know, many I worked with and knew really well. It was good to reconnect or connect with new people. So fun, like
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the man's back.
All
back.
right, I'm back. Steve Nelson.
Good to
I'm so
see you,
sorry.
Don.
Yeah, great to see you too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I botched the technical part of this. We had a long summer, didn't we, Tom? So
Yeah, we're rusty. Yeah, we're just getting back
a
into it.
little bit.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm the person you should need to be rusty with.
Oh, I was so rusty. I didn't remember what time zone you were in.
Yeah.
So
Where are you? Are you up near Buffalo?
I'm in Buffalo. Yeah, you're in Wheaton. Tom's
Yeah.
in.
What
Yep.
town are you in?
West Seneca.
Okay. I actually was born up there.
What?
Up I was born in Buffalo. Lived in Williams or Seymour or Williamsville or whatever you want to call it. And then my parents moved to Jersey. And
Wow.
so I was starting my life in Buffalo.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you
That's awesome.
came out pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out okay.
Thanks so much for doing this, Tom and Steve. Yeah, whatever you carried the first 5 minutes while
Yeah, he
I.
kind of gave me a little bio on what he's all about. And then at the end there, when you came in, we were talking about how this got off the ground.
Yeah.
Which I think is a great opening for season 3, first episode or first interview.
You were it, Steve. You
All
were
right, man.
an opener. Yeah, we're yeah. Whenever we get into it, and
Would you mind if I sang the national anthem real quick?
Go for it. We can edit it out. So, have you watched any of these interviews?
I have.
I know
I
we
have.
had one. I know one. My Uncle Bob.
Yeah, I watched Uncle Bob.
Okay.
I watched him in the dark. I'm not sure why he was in the dark.
Well, he was able to be heard. We could kind of see him, but the content of his interview was just fantastic. To hear the genesis of some of the staff programs that were in place by the time I got there. I loved hearing about that and understanding just the desire he had to build that program the way he did, and then the impact it had on someone like me. And I'm one of hundreds of people that he impacted with that. I just loved hearing all about that.
Yeah, well, he can explain things so well. I mean,
Yeah.
if he was involved in it, he knows it. I was actually I had one of my summers in Hong Kong and lived with him, so I got to live with the guy over there, and he took me all over. Took me up into China, went all over Hong Kong, played basketball all around Hong Kong. It was a blast. Had a
That's amazing.
great summer.
I'm
So much
jealous
fun.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did get to spend an off season with him. We spent quite a bit of time with off season at camp, and I loved that time just because he's so wise and such a godly heart. It was just great exposure for me to a godly man. Loved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to do a lot together, and then kind of we lost touch, and we haven't really connected lately. So I feel bad about that. But it was good to hear him talk, and I'm actually really close with his sister, Carolyn, Aunt Carolyn.
All right.
She lives up in Milwaukee, and
Yes, she
she
does.
comes down here all the time to see the Zimmermans. So
wonder
every
how
time
far-
she's down here, we catch up and have lunch and laugh about everything.
He's in Indiana, Don, right? So I wonder how far you are from him.
He's actually about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, but apparently he's going to retire and do something else. Carolyn just gave me the update.
Oh, he didn't talk about that with us, Don.
Well, Steve is he's kind of a close connection there, where he would share things with Steve. Yeah, my Aunt Carolyn was here As you will see, Tom, I sent you a picture of when she kind of passed through the state and came back.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a quickie, but man, Steve he has come up so often in our previous conversations with Don Nelson, and
Yes.
I feel like we're not adequately. You are. I'm not. Like just introducing how consequential and like Steve, man, this is so great to see you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear the camp connection for you. So,
Let's
well,
do that. Let's go back to that. Yeah.
I got
Okay.
born in Buffalo. What moved your family to New Jersey?
My dad was a business salesperson guy for Union Carbide, so he bounced from all over.
Okay.
And then I was born in Buffalo, and then like a month or so later, we moved to Jersey. And he
Okay.
worked out in New York City for like the next 20 years. So
Okay.
I was, born and bred Jersey. My best friend, the Anderson clan, Dave Anderson's,
Yeah.
he and I went to like second grade together. So
Wow.
wherever they went, I went with them. I just tagged along. So I was up in Speculator. In fact, I got my Speculator shirt on right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need one of those.
To
Me
get
too.
me inspired. So he dragged me up there every summer, and we'd work on their house, and then finally we both, came staffers. So that was my connection.
That's awesome.
I was up there every summer and
So-
probably almost every winter from like 1974 all the way through the 90s. So yeah,
Wow.
Okay. So what the years you were on staff would be?
I was on staff 79, 80, 81, and like 82.
Okay. So
And
you were
one of those summers was I was in Hong Kong.
just a couple years before us. Okay.
Yeah, I was there with Don. Don was there, man.
Oh, he was there. We got a
I-
picture of him.
We might have evidence that Steve was there in '84 for part of it
Oh yeah.
for a
Oh,
staff
you know what?
meeting that we have, and you were actually not just there. You were like head boys counselor.
I
And
was the head boys in 84.
all right.
Okay.
That's right. I was. I don't know why they gave me that and how they gave me that, but they gave it to me.
You earned it.
Yeah, no, that was a good year. That was a good year.
Yeah. You're about to see some evidence of that too. I
Okay,
think.
yeah. In fact, yeah, I guess I was 80, 79, 80, 81. And then I think I was in Hong Kong in 82 or 3, and then I came back and did the head boys, and then I got a real job.
Yeah. Yeah. If camp paid what a real job pays, I think we'd all be there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the best summers of my life up there.
Oh.
There's no doubt. No doubt. I mean, it was like a golden age for me, and I loved every minute of it. Literally, I can't think of one bad memory. Maybe one
Well, that
bad
sounds-
fall. I took a one bad fall trying to barefoot one time, and like Jim Rumsey had to like repair me.
Who hasn't had a bad fall barefooting though?
Yeah, he put me on his couch, and he like put my vertebrae back into place, and it was awesome. He was the
You probably
boss.
should have said you shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
No real person actually, other than one in the Bible, can,
Walk
put his
on
feet
water.
on water and.
I mean, 1.5. Peter walked for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I lost my faith right born about 40. I just lost my faith and I just went over.
So was that off a rope or off a boom?
You're probably going 40 too,
It was off of a rope.
Okay.
That's
I've only
probably
done
why.
it off
which
of a
is
boom.
relevant. That's a great question, Tom.
Yeah, I've
because
done it
the
off of
boom
a
is-
boom, but I think the rope will be so much harder, and I think the fall might be worse too.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
falls are never good. In fact, I've concluded that the good skiers are not afraid to fall. I'm afraid to fall, so I'm a very average skier.
No, let me clarify that. I think the good skiers are not right in the head. Like Lindsey Vaughn, have you ever seen her? Like, I've skied at Beaver Creek there's the double black that she did giant slalom down. I go down, and I'm not a bad skier, I'm not a great skier, but I have to go down that one sideways because I'm trying to slow down the entire way.
Yeah.
Her mind says, how much faster can I go down this hill?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with her head. There really is something wrong.
Well, they're fearless. So if fear doesn't play a part in your sporting life, there is something wrong with you.
Yes, yeah. That's hilarious. Well, okay, so at camp, I think Don, we covered this a little bit. What roles did you have? We might as well open the if you've seen any of the more recent ones, it all comes down to keeping Mrs. Purdy happy. Let me get back here.
Which Mrs. Purdy? Bob's Don's
Oh,
Mrs. Purdy?
that's such a great question.
There's a
My
few of
mom.
them.
Look at
Yeah.
Don's mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don's mom.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I spent 5 years trying to make her happy.
Well, here's your chance. Let me get by this here. We're on.
What are you gonna do? You gonna dial her in here now?
We're on season
Season
that'd be
three.
traffic, Tom. Well
Yeah.
done.
Well, we didn't cover this, Don. We'll cover that in our season opener that we'll do. But here's Steve Nelson.
Steve, your name came up, yeah, multiple times. In terms of people that you were a leader, and for the people we grew up with, you were before that. You were a leader before that, and they were like, if I had some connection, I would love to remake that with him. So
Yeah, and we asked people who we should be talking to, and your name came up several
Yeah.
times.
Well,
Good.
I was psyched when I heard that you were doing this, and
Oh,
I thought, nothing better because there's so many of us. I'm concluded that if you have a Wheaton connection and a Camp of the Woods connection, you basically know every Christian, like a third degree from every Christian in the country or in the world. Somebody,
That's pretty funny.
somebody. I was Camp of the Woods. My sister worked at Camp. Did you know her? She was back. I mean, you know them all. And if you have a Taylor connection like I do too, man, you know every Christian.
Yeah, we've had a lot of Taylor connections.
yeah. My dad went to Taylor for 1 year.
Did he really?
His
I didn't know
junior year.
that.
Yeah, it was at University of Florida. Taylor for I think either a full year or half a year, and then Fairleigh Dickinson. And
Oh my
I think
gosh.
Taylor for half a year. Maybe it was a full year.
He just didn't like it. Too far from home.
There was a lot of that going on. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
And you went to Houghton.
I did.
Yeah.
So did Tom for 2 years.
I went there for 2 years, and then Cedarville for the next 2.
Okay. There's a lot of Houghton people around here. Somehow they
Yeah.
ended up in Wheaton.
All right.
So I know a lot.
There's a lot in Buffalo, I can tell you.
Yeah, I bet.
So yes.
Okay, so this segment is on the spot. Like I said, it's still about keeping Mrs. Purdy happy during this season. So we got all these questions here, and you can pick and choose. If you don't choose them all, she'll get upset. So that you just keep that in mind. I love harassing. I mean, I love to attempt to harass her. First of all, Don's dad has gotten me several times on our interviews podcast here. So he's way ahead of me. And I don't think there's any getting ahead of Mrs. Purdy as far as being clever. So
Yeah. I never want to try to be more clever than Mr. or Don or any of them. Just they were always one step ahead of you. At least they were one step ahead of
I'm
us.
still catching up. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
it's
But
amazing.
this is a big victory for me to have Steve Nelson to talk with.
Oh, Don, you're too kind.
Oh,
So I got to pick one of these,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
2 of them, or
Throw a dart.
Throw a dart.
let's see here.
And I've got questions for you after this.
Yeah.
Two or
So how-
three. I've got a couple definitely that I want to ask you about.
Let's describe why you decided to work at camp. Well, there was too many cool people up there because I went up there in the summers and that wasn't working. And Jimmy Hammond and Dwight Jacobson and Dave Anderson, they were all on staff. I'm like, what am I doing working in crazy maintenance somewhere on some golf club. I got to get up to Camp the Woods. So
Where?
I
Where
just,
was that? Like where you were still working at
yeah,
golf?
it was like, I think I was here in Wheaton at
Okay.
that time, like in the 79-ish.
All
I
right.
think I was working over at the college or something. And
All right.
I said, forget this is crazy. So I did go up there and just started working. And my first job was driving the bus. I drove the bus every day, and I stuck out my hand one time for, like, funny. It's like, hey, where's the tip, So it worked. And I mean,
That's
every
amazing.
week these people would shovel out cash. I was making more money than anybody else on staff.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not kidding.
amazing.
It was awesome. It was awesome. So I had a blast going up and down the hill and praying that the brakes wouldn't go out.
So good.
And then Don, I was telling you that I was working for the Shoney's up on the next year, Carolyn, and she after a week up on in the Woodlands, she goes, Steve, you're not made to do this. I was like the bus boy, and I was like, yeah, I was dropping stuff, and it was just it was crazy. So she goes, I'm putting you on boats. So she sent me down to the point.
As if boats is a punishment.
Yeah, I know. It's like, really? I'm ready.
That's the best secret ever. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
not boats, but
Yeah, that was good stuff. So I was a boat boy, and then let's see, the next year, I'm just trying to think of what I did. I think the next year I worked. I was I forget what I was doing.
well,
But I think, but
yeah.
the one year that I'm jumping way ahead, and I went to Hong Kong one of the years,
Okay.
and I came back and I did just odd jobs when I came back to camp to do the thing, kind of catch up with everybody and tell people about the mission and all that stuff. And then the next year I was a head boys, and did the head boys as well as garbage truck detail. So I drove the garbage truck.
Tom, are you ready to cue that up? Okay. In the meantime, don't dismiss that as like, because you obviously were making a case for yourself, or not intentionally or whatever, but you were a leader, and people can't recognize that. So the fact that you went to Hong Kong, came back, were a head boys counselor, most people, that were doing that had other high profile jobs, but you were driving the garbage truck, but still in charge of all, like, making all the boys behave at camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I that was one of the probably best experiences for me as a young guy, to learn how to manage and work with these kids. I think I can only remember one kid that we had to let go because he was bad, or whatever he did, he was drinking or something. But other than that, I made all kinds of great connections. I love the kids. They were a couple years younger than me, but it was just a ball being with them. I literally, I can't remember a bad experience doing any of those jobs, but especially head boys. I just had a blast. And like you said, it was just a really cool connection that they allowed
Where'd you
me
live?
to make.
Where'd you live, Steve? Were you in?
I was in Peck. I think it was the old Peck House up
Okay.
up on the hill, behind the dining hall.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I lived up there. I lived down in the Boys
Watch
Park area
this.
too.
Watch
Tom,
this. You're gonna love this.
Oh my gosh, what's this?
The garbage truck.
Oh my gosh.
Well done.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Incredible driving it.
I thought you were going to show the one where I put it into the ditch right there.
Oh, I wish we had that.
I dropped it into the ditch. It was like during like a chapel, and I was coming around the I think that's it. I was coming around the circle or whatever, and I didn't have a room, so it just fell right in. The back wheel fell right into the ditch, and your dad comes around the corner and sees it, and he sees me, and he goes, oh my gosh. You know, he just put his head up in the air like, oh no, because there's no way to getting it out of there.
Oh.
So it was so funny. But he called one of the guys that were on, that were working in the, and came up with a big forklift, one of those big yellow, bucket things, picked up the back of the garbage truck and just moved it over onto the street again.
Amazing.
And I just drove it away. It was like the
Nothing
worst,
happened.
the worst experience and the best story ever. But I think I gave your dad a stroke.
That's amazing. So good.
Yeah, it was funny. You can laugh at it now.
Oh, we will.
So should I keep going with this?
Yeah,
Please
well,
do.
let me ask you
Let's-
question number 4. Did you read Don's book at all?
I did not.
No worries. It's not
I
a
want a
prerequisite
copy.
for any of this. So
I just heard that you wrote one.
yeah,
I didn't know you were a famous author.
you're as shocked as I am. Believe
He
me.
I can't wait to read it. I really can.
Yeah.
Can I order on Amazon tonight?
You could,
All
although
right, I'm doing it.
I could, send you a copy for doing this for us, or like a week's worth of rice-a-roni, or yeah, we'll make it happen because
Oh yeah, I definitely want to
will
read.
promise you that this podcast content that you're sending me will help me for another book. Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, no,
Don's-
I think it's a great idea. Again, it's I'm sure Camp of the Woods is just such a, for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids, just such a central, positive, powerful influence that they would never gotten anywhere else. Now I know it's different now, but when we were there, it was all about relationships,
Yeah.
fun, freedom. I mean, I know I had way too much freedom, but it was a blast just being free.